Today we're in Chester, a city in the northwest of England. We're starting our tour at one of Chester's most impressive historic landmarks, the Roman Amphitheatre, before moving on to explore some of the sights and visiting some of the local bars. This site dates back to the 1st century AD, during the early years of Roman Britain, and it was once the largest amphitheatre in the country. Measuring around 100 meters across, it could hold up to 8,000 spectators. It formed part of Deva Victrix, the Roman name for Chester, which was a major military fortress and supply base. The amphitheatre was used primarily for military training, including combat drills and discipline exercises, but it also served a more gruesome purpose: gladiatorial games, public executions, and displays of wild animals. These events were designed to entertain, but also to demonstrate Roman power and maintain order. Only half of the amphitheatre has been excavated. The rest still lies beneath modern buildings. Standing here now, it's amazing to think that nearly 2,000 years ago, Roman soldiers, citizens, and spectators gathered right on this spot to watch life and death struggles in the name of empire and entertainment. Chester's walls are the most complete in Britain, tracing the full circuit of the old Roman fortress. Newgate Arch was built in 1938 to allow traffic to pass beneath the city walls. Next are the Roman Gardens, a peaceful green space displaying remnants of the city's Roman past. A striking modern mosaic greets us on entry. Tucked within Chester's Roman Gardens, you'll find the Roman baths. These baths originally stood near the modern-day Grosvenor Park, but were relocated here in the 1950s to preserve them and make them more accessible to the public. The baths were a key part of Roman social and military life. More than just a place to wash, they were centers of relaxation, gossip, and even business. This window gives us a glimpse into Chester under siege during the English Civil War. These gardens were created in the 1940s, during World War II, as part of an initiative to both preserve local heritage and boost morale. The idea was to gather together architectural pieces and stonework discovered around the city and display them in a way that told the story of Roman Chester. As you walk through, you'll see a wide range of original artifacts, including remnants from the legionary headquarters, the main Roman administrative buildings, and pieces thought to be from temples or shrines. They've been arranged here to help visitors imagine the scale and splendor of Chester in Roman times. Now we begin our descent from the gardens towards the River Dee. This is a prime spot for walking or sitting along the banks of the river, enjoying the peace and tranquility. Behind us, we get a great view of the city walls. The Riverside barbecue is also an ideal place to stop off for a spot of lunch or a nice cold beer. On this occasion, we're going to try another bar further down the river. Ahead is Queen's Park Bridge, a graceful suspension footbridge built in 1923. Queen's Park Bridge links the Grove's Riverside Promenade with Queen's Park and was part of a post-World War I job creation scheme. A short stroll brings us to the weir, and just beyond, the Old Dee Bridge, built in the 14th century on Roman foundations. It's the oldest bridge in Chester and still in use today. Making our way back over the bridge, we arrive at the Grosvenor Rowing Club, founded back in 1869. It's one of the oldest rowing clubs in the region and still going strong today. To the right of the rowing club and immediately in front of us now is our first bar stop, the Boathouse. This place has its own floating beer garden. You can enjoy a pint right on the water, with the River Dee gently lapping below. The pub has stood here for over 150 years and is a favorite among locals and visitors alike. We then head back to the city center and through Grosvenor Park, a Victorian park gifted to the city in 1867. It's perfect for a lazy stroll or picnic. In the center of the park, you may come across the Chester Big Wheel, a seasonal Ferris wheel, standing at 35 meters tall and offering brilliant views across the city. The wheel typically opens from early April through to early November. We head back into the heart of Chester to see the Eastgate clock, said to be the second most photographed clock in the UK after Big Ben. Erected in 1899 to celebrate Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee, it now stands proudly on the old Roman entrance to the city. As we wander through the town centre, you'll notice the carefully preserved Tudor-style buildings. As we head on toward the Cathedral, keep your eyes on the buildings above street level. This part of town is known for the Chester Rose, unique to the city and dating back to the 13th century. Many of these buildings are homes to modern shops like Lakeland, Ernest Jones, and Brewski, blending heritage and high street in that special Chester way. Here we arrive at Chester Cathedral, a stunning mix of Norman and Gothic architecture dating back to 1093. Once a Benedictine abbey, it's now a peaceful place to explore or catch a choir rehearsal. Across the road, the Chester Visitor Information Center is housed in a charming red brick building, full of tips and leaflets for curious travelers. Our next pub stop is the Pied Bull, a cornerstone of Chester's hospitality. Established in 1155, it's reputed to be the city's oldest continuously licensed pub, nestled within the Roman city walls. Inside, the pub exudes historic charm, featuring a handmade staircase from 1533, Jacobean paneling, and open fireplaces. The Pied Bull houses Chester's only microbrewery within the city walls. If you're attempting to avoid the ghostly spirits that are said to still walk the inn, there's a lovely sun trap of a beer garden and even a beer keg for the dogs. Everyone's catered for hay. Just across the road is the Four Monkeys, a relaxed bar with a superb selection of craft beers. We tried House Party from Norway's Lovik Brewery, fruity, fresh, and dangerously easy to drink. Inside is a specialist bottle shop and bar offering a curated selection of craft beers, wines, spirits, and soft drinks, with both local and imported options available for on-site enjoyment or takeaway. There's also a larger shared beer garden through a small archway. It is the largest beer garden in Chester and ideal for larger groups. As we follow the canal towards our next stop, you'll notice we're still walking in the shadow of Chester's ancient city ramparts. These walls, originally built by the Romans, were expanded and fortified in the medieval period to protect the city from invasion. The canal itself was completed in the early 1800s and was once a vital artery for trade and transport during the Industrial Revolution. We stop at the Lock Keeper Pub, a delightful pub which boasts a spacious canal-side terrace, perfect for enjoying a refreshing drink while watching narrowboats glide by. It also has some classic ales, including the excellent Timothy Taylor's Landlord. We now find ourselves on the lower part of the Shropshire Canal. The juxtaposition of the two, medieval defences above and Victorian engineering below, really shows how Chester has laid its history, one era literally built on top of another. It's also a lovely, tranquil stretch of the city, even if some of the little footbridges get a bit precarious after a pint or two. Now it's on to the Boot Inn. Whether you're a history enthusiast or simply seeking a pint in a pub that exudes character, the Boot Inn provides an authentic and memorable experience in the heart of Chester. Be warned though, it's a tech-free, no-swearing pub. Next up is the fantastically named Cavern of the Curious Gnome. It's tucked away above the Belgian Beer Company. This cozy, popular spot is full of atmosphere and boasts an impressive beer menu. If you like variety and character, don't skip this one. Before we head to our final bar, we explore the atmospheric ruins adjacent to St. John the Baptist Church. We're stepping into the remnants of what was once Chester's first cathedral. Founded in 689 AD by King Ethelred of Mercia, this site began as a Saxon minster, believed to have been constructed using stones from the nearby Roman Amphitheatre. The church was significantly expanded during the Norman period, reaching its zenith in the 12th and 13th centuries. However, following the dissolution of the monasteries in the 16th century, the eastern sections, including the chancel and 3 medieval chapels, fell into disrepair, leaving behind the evocative ruins we see today. Today, the ruins are a scheduled ancient monument, offering visitors a tangible connection to Chester's late history. Informative boards provide context, making it a must-visit for history enthusiasts and casual explorers alike. As we bid goodbye to Chester, we stop off at our final destination, the Brewhouse Kitchen, a modern brew pub with a rotating beer menu and some excellent food. And that wraps up our tour of Chester, a city rich in history, full of charm, and with more than a few great places to grab a drink.